The families of those missing at the Pentagon are gathering for briefings and support at a Crystal City hotel.
And Bruce Johnson was allowed inside to meet with some of the relatives and to share their stories.
Try that. Thank you.
This country's military has assembled a small army of volunteers and surrounded the families of those missing in the Pentagon attack.
He was my father, and I loved him. And I don't think, I could have asked for a better father than that.
That's Robert Russell's daughter, Cindy Williams. The relatives gather twice a day at the Sheraton Hotel in Crystal City, Virginia. Eric and Tracy Gibson are among them. His mother, Brenda Gibson, didn't make it out of the Pentagon last Tuesday. She worked as a budget analyst.
I think about my earliest memories about my mother. And we were playing catch in my grandmother's backyard. And the last time I saw my mother, we were playing catch.
I believe if there's a miracle that can happen, if there's anybody that's still alive in there, she is, and she's probably just trying to keep everybody else contained so that they can all get out of this.
My mom.
Counseling, prayer, death benefits, every service the relatives could need is provided here. On Saturday, there was even a bus to take everyone to the Pentagon so they could see for themselves where the loved ones worked when American Airlines Flight 77 came crashing into the building. Certainly the U.S. military has had an awful lot of experience at bringing together so many services under one tent. After all, it goes with the business. But they point out they've never had so many civilian casualties. And that's what makes all of this so impressive.
They watch us, they feed us, they take care of our kids. It's just, we can't just thank them enough.
It's a real honor. To be frank with you.
Major Ben Owens, U.S. Marine. He explains the families needed to bring in pictures and mementos to share their stories with one another. That's James Lynch, a civilian with the Navy Command Center. He was known throughout the Pentagon complex as the man with the candy and the smile.
He had a regular route that he would walk and hand these candies out to secretaries and people in his building that he knew and acquainted himself, and people he didn't know who looked like they needed to have one.
Paul Lynch of Waldorf, Maryland, the Candyman's only son.
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it never stops.
With so much search and recovery still to be done at the Pentagon, it could be a month or more before all of these families can even begin to think about funerals, about closure. Until then, they've got this place. They've got each other. Bruce Johnson, 9 Eyewitness News.